Our greatest flaws are often just the flip side of our greatest strengths. Let me give you an example. One flaw that people often point out that I have is that I'm opinionated. And they're not wrong. When it comes to politics or personal change, I often do have strong opinions as to what I think is right and effective or good. Of course, there's another way of looking at that, which is I actually just really care about being effective with my clients, being effective in making the world a better place. And so those virtues or values often also have a flip side. In another context, they can come off as opinionated. So let's say you consider yourself lazy. A lot of people consider themselves lazy. Often people who consider themselves lazy actually aren't really lazy in a typical sense. They have a lot of interests. They have things that they find fascinating. And so when they should be doing something that's maybe a little boring to them, instead their mind goes to things they find fascinating and interesting. Or maybe they are spending hours looking on Wikipedia, researching things and learning because they have so many interests and so much curiosity about the world. So you could say that person's lazy, or you could say that person is curious and interested. And both would be true, right? It just sort of depends on how you look at it and depends on the context. As we say in NLP, every behavior is useful in some context. So the interest in many things is useful when you're in learning mode, but not so useful when you're in implementation mode. Now, this doesn't mean that we shouldn't work on our flaws or try to improve ourselves, that we should just accept that our flaws are the opposite of our strengths and just go about our day and not worry about the impact that has on others or on other aspects of our life. Of course, we should work on attenuating or reducing our flaws when they're causing problems, when they're affecting other people or they're affecting other aspects of our life. But this understanding can be useful to have self-compassion, to have a perspective that we're not really necessarily going to be rid of all of our flaws someday and be perfect beings. Because even if we become really good at one thing, in some other way, it will actually be a hindrance or not necessarily appropriate to the context. So the reason I bring this up today is just to encourage you when you're thinking about the things that you feel like maybe I need to improve these aspects of your life. Those aren't necessarily always bad. They can actually be a strength in some other context. And sometimes by bringing out more of those strengths, it can actually help to reduce those flaws or to bring other strengths into those contexts in which they're not that useful. Hi, my name's Duff, and I'm a hypnotist. That means I help people to quit smoking, lose weight, transform stress, end chronic pain, and set and achieve challenging goals by at least attempting to make change automatic. You can find out more about what I do at duffmcduffie.com in the link below. I'm also working on a new website, which will be up soon. But in the meantime, check that out and get in touch. If you want to make some change in your life, if you feel like there's some big flaw that you need to address, I can help. Thanks for watching.